We're in the wee hours here. This is the North Father. I'm here to take it back to the essence right quick. Sweetie Pies. Tim had a insurance policy on Dre. May Dre rest in peace. God bless him and his family. Miss Robbie also allegedly had a policy on Dre. Tim had a policy on Miss Robbie. Did Miss Robbie have a policy on Tim? Either way, it was a lot of money floating around that family that was dependent on the death of another family member. I myself never wished to go that route to accumulate any kind of money. It's just not in me. I just can't cash somebody in for money. I just can't. But we're gonna take a look. We gonna take a look back when Tim and Miss Robbie made a trip to the site where Andre lost his life at. Once again, rest in peace, Dre. And I want to see, and I want y'all to see, was there any remorse in that situation? Let's check it out.
Since Andre's passing, I haven't gone through this part of the city, and really I've been avoiding it.
Well, I guess we know why he's been avoiding it. The court of law decided that he was the one that had Andre killed, and he is to be sentenced on December 15th. Like I said, I was never one to wish death on any family member for any price of money. I understand people got to take insurance policies out on each other in the event of anything happening, but was Dre a sacrificial lamb? And was he brought there to be sacrificed? I'm not going to mention the names because I don't want to get it mixed up. But I'm just asking the public's opinion on that. Now we're going to see what Tim says about his cousin. And I'm going to let the public decide. Who did Tim feel remorse for and who they felt or who they feel he didn't have remorse for?
Back to my cell, they said, call home. I've been out playing basketball, and I got back, and they told me to call home. And I got on the payphone, called mom, and then that's when you called me. You said, Aaron, I thought you was gonna tell me Aaron got locked up. And she said, no, he's dead. And I never expected that. I didn't. I mean, I was thinking about my brother. He was my cousin, but really, he's my brother. That was like one of the hardest moments for me being in prison because I was away. And I wondered, like, if I had been there, I felt guilty for being in jail, not being there with him. And you told me he was dead.
Yeah, he was his friend.
They crushed me.
Killed both of them together. The young.
Okay, I'm going to let y'all decide. Tim had two conversations, one about Dre and one about his cousin Aaron. And where y'all feel Tim felt the pain the most speaking about the person? Did he feel it for both or did he feel it for one? But we're gonna go someplace else with this here. We're gonna go someplace else. Now we're gonna speak about Miss Robbie. Okay, those who've been following the case very close know about the text messages that went back and forth when Andre said he was afraid to come back because he felt Tim was gonna do something to him. You know about the text messages. The phone conversation, there's not a recording of the actual conversation between Miss Robbie and Andre. So I'm gonna say allegedly, but I'm gonna let y'all listen to what the sister said, and most of y'all already know, but we're gonna talk. We're gonna let her speak again. And here she goes, Kayla Griggs.
Cussing him out and would say, "Mother effer, you ain't my grandson. F you, mother effer, blase, blase, this, that." I don't think she was aware of her surroundings. Because my brother, he's not like, he's the type of person when something is not right, he's gonna speak for all of us to hear. And he kept saying, "Grandma, I didn't do it. I'm trying to tell you, Grandma, Uncle Tim did it." And she was just going on cussing him out. I gonna go to your funeral. And she was like, "Grandma, I didn't do it. I'm trying to tell you, I didn't do it." Me and my sisters, we were all sitting there like, "Drake, didn't do it, don't worry about it." He threw his phone. It was, "I'm gonna be one of God's soldiers." Right there when he told me that, that means he's gonna sacrifice the food to his grandmother, but he did not rob his grandmother. He did not rob his grandmother. And that day, that's when he left, and that's when we found out he died. You know, that was messed up. She knew, she was aware of it. She was aware of it. But her
Well, that was Kayla Griggs relating the conversation between Dre and Miss Robbie. You know, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know, it's a sad ending. There's no winners in this here. Miss Robbie Miss Robbie closed the restaurants in St. Louis, and she has the restaurant still in Jackson, Mississippi. You know, the Griggs family. You know, they found consolation in Tim being convicted, but Dre would never return home. Was Dre sacrificed? Did Dre sacrifice himself? See, these are questions that I'm asking, and we can assume the answers, but that's what we can do. We can draw our own understanding and our own conclusions. But many people will always feel that it came down to the money at the end, you know, and it's sad. The North was about to be out. Rest in peace, Dre. God bless the Griggs family. I wish everybody the best. You know, I guess in a lot of people's eyes, it must be only one thing.